I'm Ramona Abbott, and today we are up close and personal with Jessica Young, actor, improviser, seen on many stages throughout the Ham, Mount Baker Theater, Western, the Upfront, the Idiom. You're just everywhere.
Stop it.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you about today was a project that I know is near and dear to your heart, Middle Women.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about, and tell my audience, our audience, a little bit about Middle Women.
Okay. So, how much time do we have? So Middle Women is a project that was started by Rebecca Rivero in college. She was asked to start an outside project for a class and she'd had a lot of body issues. She'd been dealing with eating disorders for a long time, loving her body, you know, all of these things, and wanted to start somewhere. A group. She was online, and every group she saw that was supportive was just for skinny girls, or just for fat girls, or just for fit girls, or just for short girls. And she went, gosh, I really want to create somewhere where we have people all over the spectrum.
Right.
Oh my gosh, all over the spectrum. And she had this light bulb moment of, I want to call it Middle Women, and I want it to be a body positive group that uses the media to share positivity and help people with body image, right?
Right.
And that's anywhere from, you know, eating disorders, working out too much, suicidal thoughts, issues with gender, issues with, do you think you're LGBT in any way, shape, or form? Kind of anything. And so I modeled for her, for the group at one point, with Katie Bentz, a photographer, who's amazing. You should check out her work. And then Rebecca came up to me at the Upfront at one point, like she does, beautiful human being, and went, I have you on my phone. You're one of my models. And I went, oh my gosh, you're Rebecca. We hit it off immensely because she is so good at cultivating people and cultivating communities. And when she expressed what the group was really for, what it was about, the message, I went, oh my gosh, you were explaining what I have always wanted to put time and energy into, but I didn't have the succinctness to describe it or create it myself. So I jumped on board. I help a lot with Facebook and our Pinterest board, Tumblr, all the online stuff. Yeah, and it's really, at its base, Middle Women is a place where anyone can go to see a reflection of themselves.
Right, because as we have talked about before, the images that we see on stage and screen, particularly screen, might not necessarily really reflect a very wide spectrum of humanity.
Not a wide spectrum, and certainly not a realistic spectrum too. I mean, especially in print, the models that you are seeing don't even look like themselves. You know, Photoshop is so rampant, and there's a type of Photoshop that's done in film as well, to slim people down and to make them look different and to make them look younger. And so you're not even seeing a reflection necessarily of a pretty picture that was taken with great lighting. You're seeing a pretty picture that was taken plus 10 hours of work on top of that.
And I think that's what makes it so shocking for some of us when we see a film star or whatever, that we love them, we love their work, so we're predisposed to like them, however. But we see them and the shock level of what they actually look like.
Wait a second, right? It's like, very different.
You're not even, wait, you are? Really? Because it is so very different. And I find myself wondering what that tells our kids.
Certainly, and I think, you know, my mother I appreciate in a lot of ways. She's a delightful, beautiful hippie in a lot of ways. And one thing, we didn't have full-length mirrors in the house for a long time. She wouldn't let us order like 17 magazine and stuff like that, because she never wanted to walk into a bathroom and have us going, oh no, that's not me. You know, she never wanted us, and you know, you can only keep people from that for so long. But I admit myself, and Rebecca and I will talk about this a lot, I have moments where I stand in front of my mirror and I go, God, my rib cage is too big. I wish my nose looked different. I wish my legs were longer. God, I wish my lips were larger. You know, blah, 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 blah. And I think we all do that to some degree. And so Middle Women is trying to be a place where we can all go see reflections of ourselves and celebrate that I have short legs. Celebrate that I love the way my rib cage is. Celebrate the fact that I love that I have broad shoulders. I love that my facial expressions are way too all over the place. You know, whatever it is, we're hoping to create a community where anyone can show up and go, hey, I'm awesome because there's only one of me. And holy moly, that's pretty great. The media tells us we need to be a specific thing. If everyone woke up one day and decided that they didn't need makeup, how many places would go out of business, right? If men suddenly were no longer sold they need to be, you know, ripped and at the gym all the time or be hypermasculine or whatever, how many businesses would no longer exist? If people could wake up and follow the traits in themselves that they want to follow, wear the clothing they feel like wearing, and act anywhere on the spectrum that they want to, gosh, the world would be different.
Wouldn't it just? And you're reminding me, so also in my 20s, I, head to toe, full makeup, leave the house any other way, not even remotely possible.
Nope.
And I was dating a man who talked all the time about how much he loved the natural look. And he loved me without makeup, and etc. So I kind of started, because I was young and foolish, doing what he liked rather than what I liked. So I, took makeup off and all of that. And then we were getting ready to go to some fancy thing. I think it was a holiday party or something. And I did the full shebang again.
Yeah.
And came out, and he looked at me and said, "Oh my God, I forgot how great you can look."
Oh, what a backhanded compliment.
Oh, I tell you. We were just talking about the whap. And where I could have ended up in a place like you had happen, that comment, what do you think I did? Sent me straight back. Because what he said was, you're not good enough.
Sure, without
this way.
Oh, gosh. Well, one thing Middle Women did recently, we latched onto a national coalition that was doing this. It was a selfie day,
right.
No makeup, no filters. And me, somebody that doesn't, now I don't particularly wear makeup. I wear makeup for shows, and I'll straighten my hair sometimes, but for the most part I don't wear makeup. It almost killed me, because the whole thing was, whatever you're doing at certain points in the day, you take a selfie and you have to post it first time. There's no getting the smile correct, right? There's no, gosh, my nose looks silly. It's it's 11 o'clock, so you need to take a selfie and post it, right? I did it after runs. I did it after dance classes. I did it, and it just about killed me, because here's a picture of me, sweaty, blotchy, hair all over the place, that's about to go up on the internet.
Forever!
Yeah, it's going to be forever, and everyone will see it, and I'll never get married, and my children that I won't have will hate me, and this is spiral. And it was kind of that same thing of this moment of the amount of comments that I got from people of like, thank you, because that's what I look like after my run too, and I think no one else does.
Right.
And having this moment of going, oh my God, we are all scared of the same things. We are all worried we're going to look the same way. I mean, it's like shaving your legs. Women grow hair on their legs. I don't know if this is blowing anyone's mind right now, but the amount of people that are terrified to go out, oh no, I forgot to shave yesterday. Someone might, if they start sniffing my legs, see my stubble. It's something we all go through.
I can't believe she just told you that.
I know, I'm sorry.
Women do not have... Jessica.
We're probably going to have to... did I just let a secret out?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
World secret. God.
But
women have hair.
Oh,
else
God.
Besides just their hair.
But it's that kind of thing that we're all scared of the same stuff. We're all scared of looking unattractive. Right. And men go through it as well. And I think Middle Women's goal is really just to create a safe space in a community where you feel like you can show up feeling like you.
Right.
And woo! We're going to celebrate and do a happy dance for you, because thank you for being so special. Thank you for showing up as yourself. What a gift to the world that you have decided to be you.
I remember an improv class that I took early on, and the instructor was talking about something about doing something that showed how you felt about your body, or being a part of your body, or something like that. And he was a fellow. And I remember having this moment of just pure and utter terror around the idea of it. And then, before I could think, my mouth opened, as sometimes happens. And I said, "Don't you realize you're talking to a group full of women?" And he looked at me in utter bewilderment. And I realized that, to his credit, that wasn't an issue for him. And he was puzzled that it was for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so eye-opening to go, oh, you mean you don't have to obsess about this 24/7?
Wow, what a freeing thought.
I don't know if I can even adjust to this madcap world you're talking about.
I know, right? Well, and it's something that I dearly love about improv, and why I encourage people to do it is I think that freeing feeling of not, I look awful on stage when I do improv, guys. Like, it's why I don't watch myself on film or look at pictures of myself doing improv, because you want to find the most typically unattractive Jessica you can find. Watch me in an improv show, because I'm probably pretending to be a gorilla or a velociraptor or an 80-year-old man or whatever, you know. But it's allowing ourselves to actually believe that if I don't look like that picture in the magazine, it'll be okay. I can still be happy without having to be exactly that.
And I can still be successful. I
Yeah.
can still be interesting. People might still like me.
Oh, hey! Isn't that kind of weird?
Oh.
Well, my mom's whole thing, especially with clothing when we were younger, is don't look at what's in the fashion magazines. Look at what the fashion designers are wearing. Because they're not wearing their own products. They're wearing comfy clothing. They're wearing clothing that is simple, that says them, right?
Right.
If you look at people that are in that, you know, echelon of the world, they're people that are being them.
Right.
And that can be incredibly powerful, to just be you. People gravitate towards that.
And it's so funny that we spend so much time trying to be other people, and usually when we are genuinely ourselves is when others are most interested in us.
Oh gosh, yeah. The amount of good friends I've found at points in my life when I'm being 110% myself. That's when you find the people that you really care about. If you're busy being other people or trying to be other people, you're going to meet other people that like stuff that you probably don't even really like. Versus if you're busy geeking out and nerding out about stuff that you love, right? You're going to find other people that love those things too.
You will, and you're going to find people that you might even find and end up partnering with someone who actually likes the real you.
Well, hey! And gosh, isn't that freeing that you don't have to get to a point and go, oh no, I feel like I've been lying this whole time, and I need to reveal to you that I actually have watched all of Star Trek Next Generation maybe 10 times.
Are we still okay?
Are we still okay? We're still
Can we
okay.
stay together?
Okay, yeah.
No, it's terrifying. I highly recommend it. You know, it took me a long time to meet the man that I ended up with, and that is one of the joying and freeing things, was that for the first time I'm able to actually be myself. Which is, I like to laugh because some of the best improv I do, at home, we live like it's an improv stage. And I think to me that's the secret, perhaps, and one of my main challenges with improv is allowing oneself to forget to the level, and that's what you're just talking about.
Yeah.
Singing on stage like you do in the shower at home versus pretending to sing like you sing in the shower.
Exactly, right? And it's one of the most beautiful things that you can watch in the entire world is somebody being absolutely unencumbered. And I think stage is the point where we most often get to see that, but think of the best films that you've seen as well. The actors that are fascinating are the ones that are so invested in what they're doing, you can't help but follow them. The best improv scenes are ones where people are so present and 110% invested that you can't help but buy into their reality. I don't care if it's about a dancing sandwich that's singing about who knows what, right? You're invested because that person is so that in that moment that you can't help but go along for the ride.
Right, you're just busy deciding what kind of sandwich you are too.
Exactly. You're going, wow, there's a sandwich. Okay, me too. I want to be on this as well.
I'm a B&J.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for bringing your vibrancy and your exciting sandwichness.
Yeah, thank you. And also check out middlewomen.com. We're also on Facebook. You can check it out in either place. A lot of resources if you're trying to discover yourself, if you think other people have things they're wanting to look at. We have resources for men and women as well. We also have a lot of opportunities for you to get involved if it's something that you think you want to donate to. Money, photographers, art, we have an Etsy store, kind of anything. So look us up on Facebook and online. We would love to share with you.
And remember to be yourself. This has been Ramona Abbott and Jessica Young, Up Close and Personal.